So I'm sat here at the airport waiting to go to Budapest. I'm about to go into a 4-day deep immersion to really start working even deeper on some old programs, limiting beliefs, patterns that I've had for years, really reset my nervous system. So 11 weeks ago, when I went through what that suspected heart attack, I haven't really spoke about because I've been just, I put up a good post about 7 weeks ago explaining what I've gone through. I haven't done a video because I just wanted to take some time just to reflect on what's happened and who I've been over the last however many years, and all culminated in me, having to have a stent fitted for a narrowing of an artery, which was genetic. But what led up to that was led up to what we now know as severe panic attacks, and there was something not right with my heart when they did an ECG, because that's where they blue light me to Basildon Hospital. Now, what I actually experienced 11 weeks ago now, the night before I had some tightness in my chest. I was out for a meal and I thought, I've done too much in the gym. That night I actually got up and went to the toilet. The pain was a bit worse, and I thought I definitely pulled something in the gym, pushing too hard and the incline press. Then the next morning after breakfast, the pain radiated across my chest and it went up my neck into my jaw. And that's when I looked up and was like, am I having a heart attack here? I looked it up and it said pain in the back, left arm, right arm or jaw can signal a heart attack. So that's when I actually was at my family home. So I walked upstairs and said to my mum, I think I'm having a heart attack here. And she said, okay, sit down. My dad took my blood pressure. My blood pressure was super low, and at the time I felt really I felt horrific. I said, I think I'm going to pass out, because it's a pain, feeling I felt before when I'd given blood and I got up too quickly and I passed out. I said, if I do, just put me on my side in the recovery position. Luckily I didn't pass out, but I felt terrible. We called the ambulance and they said they'd be there in 40 minutes. And for 40 minutes I had a 9 out of 10 pain across my chest, and I was just barely breathing. They finally got there, did the ECG. They said, look, we don't think you've had a heart attack. Something's not right though. Sent me to Basildon. They put fluid through me to see if there's anything unusual. They found a narrowing in my artery, so they put a stent in, which was extremely uncomfortable. So I wouldn't want anyone to go through it. Do it while you're awake. and yeah, whilst doing it, I was talking to God, saying, I'm not going anywhere. I've got so much more work to do. I know this has been a wake-up call, and I'm here to do so much work, and I'll use this to tell people about my journey, to explain exactly what's going on. And to be honest, I'm surprised that it happened, but not shocked. The surgeon said, all your blood tests, he did blood tests, all the blood tests come back perfect, cholesterol perfect. And so when they left, they said, we're going to give you statins, you'll be on them for life. And I said, why? If my results are perfect. They said, it's just what we do, precaution. And I was like, okay. So I've interviewed Dr. Jack Wilson 2 years ago, who's a top cardiologist in the United States, and he talks about, and everyone knows statins are one of the worst drugs on the market, so it won't be taken. I went to see another specialist, and we've got a plan moving forward. The narrowing of the artery, two uncles died from it. My nan had a triple stent put in. My mum's had issues. This is a genetic thing, but it's my lifestyle that was causing it, and the amount of stress that I put on myself over the last, to be honest with you, I've been in fight and flight for 38 years, but the last 8 years, and 4 years especially, have been super intense, trying to wake up the world, trying to save everyone. And even though people sent some beautiful messages, by the way, which I'm really made me very emotional to get, and people still reaching out saying, Ryan, how's things going? People saying, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. All the things they mentioned, breath work, journaling, sleep, diet, exercise, yoga, qigong. I do all those things, but the key was I wasn't being. My state, my nervous system, my whole life has been set up in chaos just because of home environment, what's used to, and parents, etc. And it's not their fault. They didn't know any different. That's just what they've been brought up with. And my nervous system is just set up for chaos and set up, to do things super fast. And these are all things I've been looking into over the last 11 weeks and stuff I'm diving into more. This is why the self-worth, me pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to save people, trying to show my worth, it's because it comes from a super low self-worth. I'm an 8 on the Enneagram, which is a challenger, so a lot of that's a shell, like not bravado. You put on this front that you're really confident, and etc, etc. But underneath, we're the most misunderstood number because we care and we love so deeply. But we don't want to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is like our kryptonite, and so showing that vulnerability when people hurt us really, really pains us. And that's what we value other people's opinions more than ourselves because of that. And so this is some work over the last 4 years. Probably like many of you, I lost people that I'd known for 18 years. I just don't speak to them anymore. And even though they knew my heart and where I was coming from, they still decided to, try and slander my name everywhere. And so that was one of the things I was holding on. I've also just holding on to trying to prove my value to people by trying to help everyone and doing that. I've never looked at the deeper things. I managed to heal myself 16 years ago of crippling skin issues through detoxifying my body, through doing things physically and to a certain extent mentally, emotionally. That was my first level of healing. Now this is a spiritual awakening, and I've had this before, spots and redness on my face where my system, it's almost where I'm shedding their skin and I'm coming into the second version of myself. And there's so much stuff that I'm looking at and thinking, why do I do that? Why do I lie to impress? Why do I keep on pushing and pushing and pushing myself when I know I'm tired? Because I want to prove myself valuable, This comes down to resetting the nervous system, slowing down the way I speak, slowing down the way I eat, slowing down the way I walk, listening to slow music, not getting up and just responding to messages quite straight away, having more boundaries around clients, around friendships, being a better friend to myself, loving myself deeper. And there's so many things that I'm going to be diving into over the next 4 days, and it's very, very cringy work. When you find out the more improvement you'll get is the amount of truth you can hear about yourself and not run away. And certain things that I've done, I've treated the best people in the world to me terribly because I've been so self-absorbed with pushing forward, pushing the business forward. Someone I love dearly who's given me an absolute world. I've not even been there because I've not even been present. I've been thinking about how I can help clients, how I can push the business forward, how I can get make more of an impact in the world, how I can wake the world up. At the end of the day, I've done it for so long, and it's time for me to take care of myself and take care of the people that love me. And so it's something that I've really been diving into over the last 11 weeks. I've changed a lot of things, slowing down my mornings, slowing down my evening routine, not listening to so much information, just trusting my own intuition, own guidance, because that's something as an 8 and someone who's dealt with highly critical parents, that you don't trust your own intuition, you always look at outside. You look to the outside for people to validate what you're doing. And so, yeah, this is going to be a big journey. I want to share this with you. I've got a few notes, but I've been constantly living on the edge for so long, and pushing. This leads to burnout. I talked to one of my mentors, and he's like, Ryan, this is why you've got the issues you've got. Your heart and your head are not aligning. You're burning through all your resources. This is going to lead to Alzheimer's or dementia or heart issues or cancer. When I went to see my other mentor, she did test on me. She said, Ryan, you're in a real bad way here in terms of your resources. You're burning through them so much because you're just giving yourself, and you're not doing things differently. So you're not taking care of yourself. Even when you're tired, your mind's saying you to do one thing, but your body's saying another thing, and it's time you start listening to your body rather than your mind. And it's time you stop trying to impress other people and start just listening to yourself and step into that. And there's so many things that I'm going to dive into. I'm going to share with you on my journey and what I'll be doing over the next 4 days and moving forward. I'll be putting out a program probably, I guess, on a nervous system reset, all the things I'm learning here, but also how to build up your self-worth. Because for me, all my self-worth comes from that external validation that I've got and external things. So a business that's doing well, nice car, nice clothes, and all these things. And look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because putting that, dressing nice and putting your best foot out there and etc. and being in shape is all great. But when that's where your value comes from, all your value comes from, and you haven't got anything internal, then it's all built on. It's like trying to fire a cannon out of a canoe. It's all built on no foundations, and so I really need to build up my foundations again. And yeah, I'm going to be sharing the stuff that I'm doing. Obviously, it's very, very cringe. We've been living in survival mode all this time. You know, anything that it stresses me out, I've just been staying away from. Even social media, I've been reposting stuff. Not been on here too much because I've just been trying to stay away from anything that stimulates me. I'm addicted to dopamine. I've been addicted to chaos and not being in the calm, so I've been slowing things down. It's very, very challenging when you're always constantly looking for that hit, or your nervous system's been wired for chaos because you have no self-worth, and so when people give you love or affection, you don't even. It's like one of the things I've always done all my life as well. I've been told, you know, you've got to earn love, you've got to earn admiration, and so when anyone's giving me a compliment and I feel like I haven't deserved it, or told me, oh right, I love you, I'm like, don't be silly, because I don't feel like I've earned it. If I've played well on the pitch, or if I've done something well in work, or given a good talk, or had some good content, people like it, I'm like, okay, yeah, good, I put the work in, that makes sense. But when people are telling me they love me, or value me, or give me a compliment, I haven't been able to receive it, and that's one of the most selfish things you can do, because the person's giving you love. There's loads of studies out there that show, I think there's a Chinese proverb that says, you know, you want to be happy for a day, and take a break, you want to be happy for a week, go on holiday, you want to be happy for a lifetime, help other people. And one of the best things and most valuable things you can do is help other people. And when people are giving you compliments or giving you gifts or whatever, if you don't receive it, you're actually taking away their ability to show you love. And it's such a selfish thing to do. I've done that all my life, and so my ability to receive has been terrible. That's another thing I need to work on, to feel I'm valuable enough to receive and to allow people to do that. So this goes deep, and it goes deep into many, many things. It's quite funny, some people on my page are saying, oh, have you taken the thing? And I was like, you must be new to my page. Absolutely not. I live and eat impeccably. One of the things my mentor said to me, right, you need to actually have a bit more junk in your life, a bit more stepping outside the lines, because even eating so clean and exercising so hard, that's a stress on yourself and stress on your system. So you need to just break that pattern a little bit. So if you see me out and I'm eating things that wouldn't traditionally see me eat, and that's why. I actually had a follower see me the other day at breakfast, and she was like, fried breakfast, I was like, oh, do you know each other? She's like, I'll follow you. I was like, I haven't had a fried breakfast in I don't know how long. An English breakfast it was actually really nice, and it's all good ingredients as well, so it's not really the point. But because I haven't had one of these in years, and it's my mentor telling me, you know, sometimes you've got to do things that are like food for the soul, comfort food, and something I need to do. So it's going to be cringy, and it's going to be going deep into the work, and there's so much stuff that I've come attuned to over the last 11 weeks that I've done so much when it comes to food and detoxification and mental and emotional work in terms of like journaling and qigong and tai chi. There's so much that I haven't done in terms of inner child work, criticism, self-worth, value, my nervous system, and because I cleared myself of my skin issues, my cysts, my boils, my keloid scarring, my acne, and I helped almost like 7,750 people now overcome all manner of health issues. This is the next level, and there's so many people I see now having like these spiritual awakenings or taking to the next level that are going through this. I'm being called by a higher power, and I'm being called to step into the person I'm meant to be, and to do that I need to look at everything and just realise it's all happening for me, not to me. And when it happened, it was scary, and I was sitting there going like, wow. I thought I had a heart attack. I had another massive panic attack when I was in Italy. Same symptoms, but no pain in the chest, and had all the test results, and they come back perfect. And they said, no, this could be severe panic attacks. And I was like, I had no idea that panic attacks could mimic heart attacks. I thought that they were just like, you see people going into a bag, and just saying that people go through, that's quite reasonably mild. Like, I didn't realise how bad they can be. And I actually got them a couple of times, but I learned to breathe through them, and once I understood what they were, I could actually manage them. And the things that I've been doing now, which is like getting up in the morning, having a nice cup of tea, looking out amongst nature, and giving myself time. I'd get up and just go for a to-do list, like journal, qigong, do these things. Now it's like taking it slow, listening to some nice music, making breakfast. When I'm responding to clients, I've given myself Friday, Saturday and Sundays off, so Monday to Thursday. And when I'm doing my work, I'm really doing one thing at a time, rather than doing 15 things at once, one thing at a time. And so yeah, there's lots that I'll be diving into and lots I'll be showing you, but I just wanted to shoot this video because I'm on my way to Hungary to see my guy for this 4-day immersion. It's gonna be, yeah, I'm excited and nervous all at the same time. I'm super excited to share this with you and for the next part and to step into the next version of myself. I'll still be doing the health stuff. The other thing is I've been working with people that are chronically ill for so long, and I'll still always have the Total Health Revival course, but I'm going to be I'm going to be moving into health optimization, because having been putting 16 years, I've been helping people with chronic illness and advanced disease, and it takes so much energy to hold that space with people. People have no idea how much energy it takes to work with someone who's got, you know, stage 4 pancreatic cancer, stage 4 brain tumours, stomach cancers, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, MS. You've got no idea how much energy it takes to be there and to be that sounding board. And I've been honoured to do it, but it takes a toll on you. And so from now on, I'll still have my Total Health Revival course for people that are looking to overcome chronic illnesses and advanced disease, and I'm going to make it super blind. Anyone who's bought it, I'm going to bring out another 2.0 version of it, so you'll get access to that. And you'll get access to that anyway. I'm going to be bringing out Total Health Optimization course, and I'm going to be talking more about how to optimize health rather than overcome disease, because if you optimize health, you won't have disease anyway. And so if you do have a chronic illness or advanced disease, you can always go to Total Health Revival course, and then you'll be able to go to Total Health Optimization course. But that's what I'm going to be moving into more now, guys. Is I'm going to be moving into is talking all about how to optimize health rather than overcome disease. This is the journey now, and how to reset your nervous system, and how to become the best version of yourself, or your true self. And having talked to Garrett Kramer, one of my good friends, you know, he talks about you don't have to heal from any of these past traumas or doing this, you just have to be your true self. And while I understand that logically, and I understand where he's coming from, I did a really good interview with him on this, it doesn't help me when my body's set up for old patterns and old past traumas, and it goes into looking for chaos. I need to first understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, why I'm doing these things, why I'm shooting people down to make myself feel better, or why I'm lying to impress, or why I'm lying to avoid conflict. And then understand where that comes from. And then once I understand the trauma, I understand my old patterns, I can move away from them, and then I can move into my true self. And so whatever works with people, I'm all for. I'm even thinking of putting together a few things, like a small group get together for 5 people in a place called Pause in Cambridge later on, maybe in a couple of months. So I'll put that out. I'm going to do a whole nervous system reset. We're going to some hot and cold plunges, have some great food, and you can ask me any questions you want. I'm also thinking about putting out Ryan Martin and Friends in next year in September or October. I'm going to get 10 to 12 of my good friends in this space, and people that you know and love as well. I'm not going to say any names yet, and have an event where we bring people from all over the world, and we talk about all the things that have helped us, and you know, you can take from it what you want. Because for every rule there is the exception, which proves there is no rule. There's certain things that I'm dogmatic about, but there is no rule when it comes to health. There's certain people that, you know, and remember, your body's always changing and you're always looking to upgrade, and then you've got a spiritual aspect to yourself. You know, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. So, you know, physical, so mental, emotional, spiritual. They're the 4. So anyway, this is going to be, as I said before, cringy but powerful, and I'm looking to share my experience with you. So anyway, lots of love. If any of you are looking for help overcoming the chronic health issues, as I said, the Total Health Revival course is still available. Send me a message and we can have a chat. But from now moving forward, I'll be talking all about how we optimise health, and talking to you about all the things I'll be doing to reset my nervous system and to step into the next version of myself. Lots of love. Speak to you soon.